So this week, I have another 1960s classic cover. In addition to the top covers for this week, New Comic Book Day. Now, I was trading some text with my pal, Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy last week, about some relatively recent covers that might possibly become the next classic covers. And so was born a new recurring segment for this weekly show, starring Pretty Fly. Stay tuned. Hi comic book guys and gals, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. So as I mentioned in my intro, in addition to the 1960s classic cover and the usual top 5, my pal Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy will have a recurring segment on recent covers that have the possibility of being considered classic covers in the future. His first segment comes up right after the top 5, so stay tuned to the end to see Pretty Fly's cover pick. This week's top cover for the 1960s is Hulk King Size Special number 1 from October of 1968. This comic is one of those must-have covers that always seems to be in demand. Everything works on this cover. The color scheme, the pose, the crumbling and heavy Hulk masthead all rolled into one. It was one of a kind, conceived and penciled by Jim Steranko. As the story goes, Stan thought that Hulk's expression was too mean, and Marie Severin altered the Hulk's face to make his expression a bit softer. Now, I said it was one of a kind, and yes it was, until the multitude of homage covers that replicated it. Here are a few. Let me know in the comments what you think about the countless repetitions of the Steranko cover. Now, before we get into Pretty Fly, let's take a look at this week's top covers. No premium cover this week, so let's go straight to the honorable mentions. The first cover on my honorable mention list is Batman '89 number 2, the cover A by Joe Quinones, with a cover price of $3.99. These somewhat throwback covers covering the characters from Batman '89 movie are great nostalgia for me. Here, Harvey Dent as Two-Face, who was not Two-Face yet in the movie, is startled by Batman. Next up is Iron Man number 12, the Raza Miles Morales 10th anniversary variant with a cover price of $3.99. Miles as a disc jockey spinning some tunes. These anniversary covers, putting Miles while in his Spidey uniform in different non-Spidey situations, are really entertaining. My third honorable mention is Primordial number 1, cover F, the 1 in 25 incentive with a cover price of $3.99. Now I get some Department of Truth vibes from this cover. The story premise for this series seems pretty interesting, involving animals sent into orbit by the Soviet Union and the United States in the late 1950s. These animals never returned, but unbeknownst to everyone, they did not die in orbit. They were taken, and now they're coming back. The next honorable mention is Star Trek Year 5, number 24, the retailer incentive cover for $3.99. This is the second Star Trek Year 5 cover that used the cover to depict a travel poster or guide. Very inventive. The last honorable mention for this week is the Joker number 7, cover C, Simone Bianchi's variant for $5.99. Another terrific Joker cover. The Clown King of Crime lends himself to artistic creativity, and Bianchi turns a straight-jacketed Joker into a kind of Medusa, demonstrating that even restrained, the Joker is dangerous. Now, On to my top 5 covers for New Comic Book Day, September 15th, 2021. Number 5 is X-Men, The Trial of Magneto number 2, the Miko Swayan variant B for $4.99. Is Magneto holding a dead Scarlet Witch? Swayan uses the background color to make this cover look almost religious. Number 4 is I Am Batman number 1, the Tyler Kirkham variant B for $3.99. Kirkman imitates Todd McFarlane here, I think. It's a nice cover. Number 3 is Titans United number 1, cover C, the 1 in 25 Jin-Gyun Yoon cardstock variant for $4.99. There were some nice Titan United covers this month. This one, showing Garth, Dick Grayson, and Donna Troy, is a beautiful scene. They're looking down at us from a rooftop. For number 2, I selected Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat Bang Kill Tour number 1. This is the Natalie Sanders variant B with a cover price of $3.99. There are 12 covers, and they're all terrific for this comic. This one shows Harley, sweet, beautiful, and sexy. Except for the gun she's aiming at you. I love this cover. Finally, my number 1 cover for New Comic Book Day, September 15th, 2021. The cover is Fantastic Four number 35, the 1 in 100 Kirby Hidden Gem variant with a cover price of $9.99. Yes, after how many years we get a Fantastic Four cover by the King himself. You know, this had to be my number 1. Just classic Kirby all around. Happy 60th birthday, Fantastic Four. I'd say this one may become an instant classic. So I mentioned that Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy and I were discussing covers this week, including which recent covers may become classics down the road with the passage of time. Something like this week's 1960s Hulk cover. In a recurring segment, Pretty Fly gives us one such cover which, in his opinion, will become a classic down the road. Here's his first installment. Ladies and gentlemen, Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy.
Hey Joe, what's up buddy? So when you reached out to me this morning and asked me what book do I think has the potential of becoming iconic, I was like, Joe, I don't even know what I'll be having for lunch. But since you asked and I do have an opinion, I'm happy to share that with you. So this book, I've seen posters of it up on my LCS wall a week or 2 before it was released. So if that's not a good indication that the book might be iconic, I don't know what does. But the book I'm talking about is Patrick Gleason's cover for ASM 55. Look at this. The beauty of this book is in its simplicity, right? But I think this will be pretty iconic because a lot of iconic covers in history say a lot about the character. I hope you didn't catch the price tag on that last one, because if you did, then you'll know that the cover is a facsimile. Anyway, iconic covers say a lot about the character. So what does this cover say? This little spider right here says everything about how Peter Parker's life was changed after his little encounter with this bright, glowing, radioactive spider. Peter Parker fell into the web of Spider-Man. So this cover is amazing. What more do you want from that? It's simple, it's poignant, and I think we'll be seeing this cover a lot in the future. So this is my pick for a current comic book that will be iconic in the future. I mean, if anything, I think it's a pretty fly comic book. That's my vote. To eBay!
So that's the video. Remember to leave a comment on the covers we picked and would buy based solely on the cover art. I think Pretty Fly picked a winner here. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments section below. So many covers, so little cash. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. Be well, and I'll see you soon.